How to leave your husband. There are many things to think about before choosing to leave your marriage, especially if there are children involved. It's vital to realize that you're not alone if you're attempting to make this difficult choice because, for instance, in America, over 50% of marriages end in divorce. This is not a choice that should be made lightly, and before you take any action, it's crucial to take into account both your present and future financial situations. But once you make a choice, it's crucial to know what to do next so that you can leave the house immediately on the path to mental and financial strength. Choosing to go. Make the decision to divorce your spouse. Making the decision to terminate your marriage is one of the hardest and most significant decisions you will ever make. So it's crucial that you be very confident that your marriage is truly ended before you move forward. Here are some indicators that your marriage might actually be over even if you've probably already made up your mind, if you're on this page. If you've already almost broken away. This implies that you and your husband don't spend much time together, have different friends and interests, and aren't truly aware of what is happening in each other's life. If your husband is unwilling to try any longer. If you've brought up the issues in your marriage on multiple occasions and your husband either pledges to change but never follows through, or outright refuses to change, it might be time to call it quits. Get out of an abusive relationship immediately. There is no justification for continuing an abusive relationship or to put yourself through more suffering. If your relationship is actually violent, leaving as soon as possible may be the best course of action. Once you're secure, you can work out the rest. If either of you have a history of being unfaithful. If one of you has had a fling and has made a concerted effort to prevent it from happening again, things will be different. However, if infidelity and flings are the norm in your relationship, it might not be possible to save it. If you stop feeling like a unit, it might be time to part ways if you have ceased cooperating, communicating, or reaching compromises. If you can't decide whether to have children or not. If you and your partner can't agree on this crucial issue, such as whether or not you want children and your husband doesn't, your marriage may not be worth maintaining. Try to make this choice while maintaining composure. You shouldn't make the decision to leave your husband in the heat of the moment, rather, wait until you've given it some serious thought. See if you've exhausted all possible options and nothing has worked. It might be time to leave if you've tried couples therapy, had numerous in-depth chats with your husband, and both of you have tried to change your ways without success. It might be worthwhile to try to talk things out first if you've been unhappy for a time and your husband seems to have no idea. Think about having a sincere discussion about it. The actions listed below can assist you in making the necessary preparations to leave your husband in secret, notifying him until you have actually left the house. If you're unsure of how your husband will respond or believe he'll try to stop you from leaving, this advice can be useful. You could want to talk to him first to see if you can work things out, especially if you're both open to talking, he's really supportive, and you're always honest and upfront with each other. You could be astonished by how much your husband understands about your emotions or by the extent he will go to keep you around. This does not imply that you should succumb to your husband's pressure to stay. But talking to him can make a great difference if you're unsure and wondering if you can actually make things work. Retain your choice to yourself. Even though it could be challenging, this step is often essential. Staying silent will give you time to prepare and establish yourself before you really walk out the door because ending a marriage may be a tumultuous circumstance.